Hey everybody, East Coast Reefer here. So we're on to my reefing week. I believe it's week 13, but I kind of lost track around aqua. It says week 13 on my page, so I'll trust that I wrote it down right. What have I been up to this week? I made a 3D printed frag dome, which is just here. I'll cut some footage of that in a second. I wanted somewhere to put my frags that weren't going on a rock, so frags that I was like growing out to sell on. I wanted to have somewhere that wasn't on this rack at the top because there's quite a bit of light there, so for the low light frags I wanted somewhere, so that's what I printed that for. I've been trying out the TMC food, the Copepod Complete, that the lovely ladies at Little Fish Aquatics gave me. They really like it. They weren't too sure at first because I've only been feeding them like frozen foods, but as soon as they cottoned on to what it was, they go mad when I drop it in now. I've been having some battles with my doser. Totally my fault. Completely, the very definition of user error. I've made a video about it. You'll see in the video just how stupid I was. But I had a big issue with not the dosing line appeared blocked. I won't say any more. Then I calibrated my pH probe, but it started giving readings that I wasn't expecting and readings that didn't align with my pH pen that I've got. I'm still not entirely sure. I'm leaving it a little bit long before I act. The golden rule in reefing is don't just immediately react. I've prepared, not necessarily reacted. I have purchased a replacement pH probe. Now it's not the Apex one because that was 90 quid and I had no intention of paying 90 quid for a new probe. This one I got off of Amazon. It was £21, I believe. I read some reports that says that they work. We'll see. If I need to change it, I'll swap it over. I'll do a video on it if I do, so you'll see whether that's something that will work or not if you've got an Apex. What else have I been up to? I did some reviews on some TMC equipment that I've had for a while now, so I just wanted to kind of give my experience. They've all been really good, so I just wanted to put them out. They gave me something to make some content on as well. And I think the last thing on my list is another user error situation. I had a good week for it, really. When I started dosing the Reef's Elements Complete, Part 2 has got a bit of a reputation for eating through the tubing in the peristaltic pump in your doser. So to avoid this, I mixed my Part 2 50-50 with RO water. So I calculated then how much I needed to dose of Part 1 and how much I needed to dose of Part 2, set it all up in my app, and I wasn't seeing the pH impact that I was expecting. And I was making a video about it, and halfway through the video it suddenly dawned on me I never doubled the amount of Part 2. So obviously if you dilute your Part 2 by 50%, you need to double the amount that you dose to get the same equivalent original amount in, and I hadn't done that. So total rookie error, but you live, you learn. Hopefully you can learn from my mistakes, and I've now increased that, so over the next 48 hours I'm hoping to see that pH swing kind of reduce and even out a lot more to be a much smoother graph. I'm only dosing the Reef's Elements Complete between 7 p.m. and 7 a.m. So around the time where pH would normally be lower. And we'll see, I can play around with those times to flatten out that graph a little bit more. But we'll see how it goes. That's all I have for this week. I've made quite a few videos, got a little bit of video fatigue, but I'll soldier through. I'm sure I'll manage. Thank you very much for watching the video, and I'll see you again in another video really soon.